Hey everyone, what's up? I'm going to be doing the 2x2 part of all of the walkthrough solves. I've already done the 3x3, we have the 2x2, 4x4, and 5x5 left. So, let's get on to these 2x2 walkthrough solves. I'll be leaving the how to solve in the description if you want to just learn how to solve, if you don't already. This is just for people who want to learn how to execute a good solve for a 2x2. Okay, I'll be using the Moyu Lingpo, good cube. I would recommend it. Alright, so let's get right into this. Okay, so with this scramble, since I solve with green, the first thing I would look for are any green pairs. And I don't see any. So the first thing I see is this corner here and this one down here. So if I were to turn this one away from where it needs to go, and I bring the slot down, and I can put it in, bring it back up, just like a corner insertion. So now we have this block that we can build the rest off of. And down here I see this green, red, and white one. So I know that this one has white, and I know that opposite from orange is always red. So I put it under where it needs to go, and if the green's facing me, I can turn it away, bring this down, put it in the slot, and then bring it back up, and then I'll do that. And now the only one we have left is the yellow and red, so I can just insert that like a normal corner. So now we have a full layer. And then we move on to the OLL, which first we'll need to do the fish algorithm. And this is the equivalent of wherever the edges are facing, or the corners are facing out, and these two are facing this way. So what I would do is find one where one of these is facing me, do the soon or fish algorithm, and then that will give me the one fish. Do that again. And that will solve my top layer. And now, if I look around, okay, so I have headlights here, and that means that we're almost done. So all I need to do is switch these two, and I just use the headlight algorithm, and that will solve the cube. Okay, that was the first walkthrough solve. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so we're on to the next scramble. And with this scramble, I would look and see. Some people would do this and that would line that up, but these are opposite colors. This one has a red on it, which that would work if I bring this down, put this corner in, and bring it up, and that lines these two up. And then I have this one, which I know goes here. So the best way to do this would just be corner insertion, and do it 3 times. This one, same thing. Corner insertion, and now we have the 2 fish, and then after doing that it'll give us the 1 fish. And then if you look around, we have headlights again, so we just do the headlight algorithm and solve. Okay, so I'll be getting on to the next part with the next walkthrough solve. Okay, so here's our next scramble, and I would look at the cube, inspect, and the first thing I see is this green, red, and white, and this green and white here. So I know if I bring this over, bring the slot next to it down, put it in, and bring it up, that will put that in its right place. Then I see this is red, and this green also has red, so if I bring this down, do a corner insertion and put it there, and I'll put it where it needs to go. Then I see this one where these need to go in, and I see that green's facing me, so I can move it away, bring it down, put it in, bring it up, and that will solve that. And now we have this OLL case, which is just like the 2 blocks in the back. So I would hold it to where the block is at the back, do this fish algorithm. That'll give us, this is the equivalent of a fish. So we do that again. And just like in the fish, we hold it to the corner. One fish. Okay, and now we have headlights again. So we'll do the headlight algorithm, and that will solve the cube. Easy enough. Now we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so for our next scramble, when we inspect, we see that we already have these two solved in the right spot, and I call this a block. And then you can see we have another block here, and if we move it up, that solves the green face, but these two aren't in the right spot. So there's two things we can do in this situation. We could either move them up and then do the headlight algorithm that would just switch these two, or we can bring this down, put this in, and bring it up, and then do that with this. Same thing. But I'd rather just bring it up and then do the headlight algorithm, and that will solve it. We put that at the bottom. Look, and we have a 2 fish. Bring it over, gives us a 1 fish. And then if we look at our top layer, we do have headlights right over here. So I just need to switch these two with the headlight algorithm again. And that will, once again, solve it. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, so here's our next scramble. And first thing we see is that this block with the green is already solved. And then we have these two, which are in place but flipped. So what I would do is I would hold it to where this piece is right here. I'd take it out, corner insert it again, put it in the right spot. Do the same with this one. That would solve that. And then we get this block case, which is just the block in the back and the two blues facing the side. So I'd hold the block at the back, do that, and then that will give us this one where we just look for one in our left hand. And then I'll give us a fish, and all that. And then now we have headlights, so we just do the headlight out, and that will solve it. Alright, only a few more walkthroughs to go. I'm gonna make these last ones a little bit faster. So, let's go. Okay, so here with our next scramble, we look around and we don't have any blocks, but if we look here, we can see that this green and this green are one move away, and they just so happen to be pairs, or they need to match. So I'd move that down, take this over here, see that this one has red on it. If the green's facing me, I can bring it away, bring it up, and insert it. And I see this one, same thing, green facing me, bring it away and put it in. That gives us this OLL, and then that gives us a block. That will give us the 2 fish, which will give us the 1 fish. And then we have headlights again. So we just do the headlight algorithm and solve it. Alright, only I think two more scrambles to go. So let's get to them. Okay, so here's our second to last scramble. Look around, there's no block, and I see it this green and orange, so I'd move this over to here. I'd do that and do corner insertion. Then I see that this piece is right here, has white and green, so I'd move it until it fit. Then I see this one, and sorry about that, I had to sneeze. So then I see that this OLO, and then that gives us the fish, and then we got a last layer skip, so we got lucky. Okay, so last scramble coming up. Okay, so for our last scramble, we look and we have a block already solved here, this piece here, and this one down here. So I see that this piece is already right under where it needs to go, so I'd probably do a corner insertion. I see that this piece is down here, and I just insert it. I look up here, and that gives us this OLO, so I'd look for the piece here. And that gives us a block, so I just do it again. That gives us a fish. And then that gives us the one fish. And then if we look around, we have headlights, so we do that. And just to show, since we didn't get any this time, if this happens to where you don't have headlights, you just choose anywhere, do the headlight alg, and then that will give you headlights, so you can do the headlight alg again. Okay, so that's it for the walkthrough solves. Anyways, I hope you guys like this video. If you do, leave a like. If you want to see something in a future video, leave a comment asking me what you want to see. Any other opinions on what I should be doing? I'm going to be trying to get a little bit better of a setup for videos, maybe get a stack mat, maybe a timer. Anyways, the 4x4 walkthrough will come out after I do my 4x4 how-to, and I think 5x5 I might be doing a how-to on that, but it might be kind of long. It shouldn't be just as long as the 4x4. And after that, I'll be releasing the walkthroughs for that. Okay, so thank you all for watching. Hope you like. Leave a like, subscribe if you want. Leave a comment for any other options of what you want me to do. Thanks for watching, and bye.